blanks for the police report. At approximately time on date, Officer Proper Noun of the Proper Noun Police Department burnt and killed Proper Noun, an unarmed black noun. Officer Proper Noun stated self-defense, said he was frightened, fear overtook him, and he thought he saw a noun, or a noun, or a noun. According to scientists, there are 3 different types of tears. 1, the always present basal tear, which prevent dry eyes. 2, reflex tears, which protect the eyes from harmful bacteria and infection. And 3, emotional tears. The origin or function of emotional tears remains unknown. However, these tears are known to contain chemicals unlike the others, including an endorphin that reduces pain. The question then becomes, what is the purpose of emotional tears? When my pencil hits the paper, it blazes through pages, robbing the blank white lines of their natural state. But look at what I'm facing, backed by the pain of 25 years of tears that I've tasted, time that I've wasted, too ashamed to admit I was breaking, quick to quit without gaining, and now I'm here. And I speak because I see more of the same. The unarmed black man the police shot last week had a funeral today. And everybody showed up but me. You remember me, right? I'm the dead, unarmed black man. I guess everyone got so caught up in their own passions that they never noticed that I didn't arrive. Don't be alarmed. There is a body in that casket. It's just not mine. It's whatever you all left of me after you noosed me in narratives. You know, good kid, bad city, lost cause, whatever sells. In July of 2024, Sonia Massey called the police to her home for a potential intruder. In her attempts to express her concerns to law enforcement, the visit ultimately ended with Sonia shot and killed by police. This prompted a slew of say her name social media posts and became a talking point for the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act. But what was talked about the least? The grief and loss of a life. What was an incident of death very quickly became a case for over-politicization and performative activism. And this isn't the first time. So, through the poetry, The Purpose of Tears by Selena Rose, Mad Libs Black Death Edition by Charlotte Abudsy, and The Dead Unarmed Black Man by Stephen Willis, we will examine this process of over-politicization and performative activism that often follows Black Death. Appropriate. Because my life is not your political propaganda. Fill in the blanks for the news article. Breaking news. Proper Noun prosecutor announces the officers involved in the fatal verb of Proper Noun have not been indicted. The unarmed black noun was no angel. Proper Noun lay dead as the gravel refused to eat the body. This was the #1 civilian killing this year. After the hearing, #Justice for Proper Noun began to trend. If eyes are the keys to the soul, then tears are the medicine of the body, aka remedy, aka potion, aka magic, witchcraft confirmed. Perhaps this is why we cry until our eyes burn. Witch trial after witch trial, black lives burnt at the stake from state to state, and even though it hurts, gotta pour salt water on our wounds. Never knew water could burn. I fear more heartache and pain. And even though I know it's a part of living, I fear giving into the strain. I know it's insane, so I hit the paper at full speed, I grip the pencil, and I find the place inside my mental that I hope God sees, and I proceed to produce something new. Because street after street, we're still killing and we're still dying, but we're not grieving. You know, I never even made it to the afterlife. Just stuck in some political purgatory where they swap out hashtags for halos, give picket signs for tombstones. Now they speak of me like I was never flesh. A myth, a legend, folklore, cautionary tales for black mothers to tell black sons about what happens when they're not safe around police. Guess I should thank y'all though, right? Yeah, because of you I'll never die. Protest striking nerves, our tears, the original painkillers. If we cry enough, will we get high enough to not need the drugs we've been prescribed in the first place? Fill in the blanks for this Facebook status. I cannot believe this expletive. Once again, a brave officer defended himself against a racial slur, and these racial slurs were acting like animals, like thugs. Proper Noun was a beautiful town until they started to demolish it. their own communities chanting, "Color lives matter." No, inclusive adjective lives matter. Why won't they focus on color crime? But even when I try my best, nobody seems to recognize me. Now, if life were moving differently, more efficiently, there'd be no need for recognition, but how do I move forward? How do I move on when the whole world has stopped? Why rest in peace when you can rest in think pieces? Have your name spoken in italics by all the slam poets? Have the mayor use your story in a speech about police reform? Man, fuck this fake-ass funeral. A pit full of self-proclaimed revolutionaries confusing my casket as a soapbox for them to stand on. In America, there's no place to hide from a gun. Are there any more tears for shootings or just thoughts and prayers which never seem to need this naturally occurring holy water I've got inside of me? Are tears the sacrament of grief, a tradition of blessings we give to our dead? My body's not injured, but this condition seems critical. Why do we cry for others when our pain isn't physical? I'm not a doctor, but my eyes pour over others' gaping wounds, hoping my tears can heal and soothe. The words I no longer fear reaching, heights I no longer fear speaking. And I'm sad that this pencil only writes truth, but it can't solve the issue. I'm heartbroken. What else is there for me to do? A mother cries over the body of her child deceased. Her tears try to fill the bullet holes in a body that will never be whole again. Her tears can't seem to resurrect the dead. Not enough healing power, not enough magic. She closes her eyes, hiding her soul from the world to see her tears. Try love, calling out, "Mother, cry over me. Heal my wounds with your magic. Take away my pain." Why is it we cry over loved ones' remains? Fill in the blanks for this Black mother's prayer. God, you took my baby. You made a hashtag of that name. They feared my baby. I mean, fuck, did you ask my mother if she was okay with any of this? No, you just shoved a microphone in front of her face and told her to tell her story. To use her platform. But what's her platform, me? Her child? Her grief? No matter how clear these words are spoken, you may never get it. Always looking for the bigger picture, but you've missed it from the beginning. So you can just cut all the political bullshit, all right? I'm not the right's monster. I'm not the left's martyr. I'm just dead. I'm gone. Science still can't explain the origin or function of emotional tears. I know it can't be coincidental that in order for us to see, we must cry constantly. Our tears are always present, or else we will go blind. But perhaps someday we will evolve beyond tears. But when they leave, will they take their magic with them so that we may never know where it is they come from? Some organs we just outgrow, like old shoes from childhood. But then again, some children never get to grow old at all. And ain't that sad? Ain't that worthy of a blessing?